Alright, we're ready for the final stretch of the Goron mines. As soon as you enter this room, you want to jump off to the right. There's a large chest here. You want to open it to get a purple rupee, which is worth 50. This is making my wallet quite full, so that's why I try to enter this dungeon without many rupees. So you want to head over to the other side, and then there is another one of those bridges. You can use your hero's bow to slice it down. This will allow us to gain access to this next platform. Jump over, and you can use your iron boots on the switch, so we'll activate the magnetic crane that is directly above us. So we actually have another crane that leads us back to this previous platform we've been on before. With that, you want to head into this door we've been before as well. And in this room, there's actually no longer any Tektites in here. However, there is a new enemy of sorts called a water toadpole. We saw a fire toadpole swimming around in the lava before. This is the water variety. And these guys, once again, you can deflect their projectiles with your shield, or you can shoot them with your own projectiles now that we have the hero's bow. That you want to swim over to the opposite side of the room, and you can go through all this entire room, or you can simply shoot the crystal switch with your hero's bow at the same time. So open up the gate and allow us to get into the next portion of the room. Now the water toadpole, they basically act the exact same way as Octoroks did in previous Zelda titles, 3D Zelda titles that is. And I'm not really sure why they decided to change the enemy. In fact, the water toadpoles act the exact same way. They shoot projectile attacks. You can deflect them with your shield, or you can shoot them with your own projectile attacks. That's exactly how Octoroks worked in previous Zelda titles. I don't know why they decided to change them. Maybe just because they didn't think it was realistic enough. I don't see why giant toad enemies is any better, but whatever. Then in case you want to continue on to the next room, you can kill the Beamos that are along the way. Now, head into the next room, and then there's a ton more Bulblins in this room. You can shoot the club Bulblins straight ahead, and then you want to shoot the Bulblin archers off to the either side. And you want to continue working your way through this room. Once again, this room was also in the E3 demo when they were first showing off Twilight Princess before it released. So this room is always what comes to mind for me for that. You want to continue working your way forward, killing all the Bulblin archers. And this, for example, like one of my arrows actually sticks to the side here. When that happens, usually you can actually run forward and touch it, and you can pick up the arrow again. This one I didn't grab. Maybe if I stood a little closer I could have grabbed it. But yeah, usually if your arrow like gets stuck in the ground or whatever, you can actually go pick it up before it disappears and get your arrow back. So kind of cool. Now just pointing out, there is a chest up there on your map. You'll see this up in the top corner. We actually cannot get it right now. The one you can get, however, on your map is the one directly in front of us. It's actually here in the water. You want to use your iron boots to sink down. You can smack this wooden barrier or whatever with your sword, open up the large chest to get a purple rupee, which is worth 50. My goodness, we have so many rupees. So with that, we're going to go ahead and leave this area. We're going to swim up to the surface, and we're going to head over to this platform where we can climb up. Now, that platform that I looked up at, we actually cannot get that final chest that is in the corner. We actually need an item that we get from the next dungeon, and then we can return here and get that chest. But that chest only contains rupees, so it's kind of pathetic. You'd think it would have something really cool, but it doesn't. It's just more rupees, and at that point we already have way more rupees than we could ever want, so it's pointless. So it's kind of frustrating. If you were thinking about trying to go get that chest, I would suggest you do not, because it's just a waste of time. You want to continue heading over here, and now we can finally defeat this Beamos. After you defeat it, you can pull it back. We can access a new door that is behind it. Yay! So this doorway thing will open up, and we'll be able to access the ramp that is behind it. Yay! So you want to climb up here, and there's actually a bunch of Bulblin archers that are up here. There's also some like explosive crates back here. You want to see, like, they blew up those ones on their own, but the Bulblin archers are standing next to an explosive crate themselves. I don't understand what they were doing. It's kind of a dangerous place to shoot from. With that, they were defeated. We'll be able to grab the arrows and stuff that they drop. You want to head over to this side, and there is another one of those magnetic cranes. Going to step on the switch to activate it. Yay! And with that, it will showcase a little cinema that shows one of these bridges that are off to the side. This one is ginormous. We'll be able to cut this down in just a moment. I wonder where we're supposed to go. So go ahead and take off your iron boots and then go hop onto the next platform. From here you can put your iron boots back on and latch onto the magnetic crane that is now activated. So from here then you want to shoot the ropes of the giant bridge that is across the way while standing upside down. So with that, it will cause the bridge to fall down and snap into place, and it hovers just a little bit above the water. You want to wait for the crane to go hover back over the bridge again, and then release your iron boots in order to fall onto the bridge and access the new door. So that was a pretty cool little puzzle, huh? You get to shoot things upside down. With that, you're going to enter the next door, and this is one of those rooms where the Wii targeting system for this game really shines, in my opinion. You can use the Z to strafe back and forth, and then you can use the Wiimote to aim more specifically. So this way you can avoid getting hit while strafing, but you can also aim very specifically and hit a ton of ranged enemies without getting hit. So really cool. I think it feels really good. You get a lot of control, and it's really easy. So with that, you can kill all of the ranged enemies anyways. And then after that, you can kill the remaining guys with your sword and such if you like. Also, one little thing to note is that if you have, like there I shot the ground, I think it's metal, so it didn't actually just kind of dinked right off, but if it's wood or something like that and your arrow sticks in it, you can actually go pick up your arrow again, so you can actually save arrows that way. It's not really important most of the time, but it's really cool in like the Cave of Ordeals when all of your arrows are very precious, and you'll actually need them all. Up ahead, you want to shoot the rope to the next bridge thing, and this will cause it to fall down and will reveal a ton of Bulblins behind it. You can shoot them all with your arrows as well, or you can defeat them with the sword. Either way is fine, whichever way you prefer. I attacked some of them with my sword as well, so you can see both ways. You can use the shield attack, the spin attack, whatever to defeat them. Once you have done that, you're going to go ahead and be ready for the boss door. Before we enter, you want to go ahead and smash the jars and stuff on the side to get some hearts and some arrows and such. Once you're full on all those, go ahead and enter the boss door in order to tackle the boss of this dungeon. So that is it for this video. Join me for the next one, and I will show you guys how to defeat the boss of the Goron Mines.